Hello YTPC, this is Steven. You're watching Smoking Cardboard. I hope you all are having a wonderful December. Things have been a bit busy around all the kids' birthdays that we got going on, but we survived most of them. Smoking some Amphora, Kentucky. Not much left in the pouch. Feels like 2 bowls. Now I'm smoking this in my, I don't know, it's a Vaughn. They call this a bent brandy. Sorry, my fingers are in the way. I think it's really pretty pipe. I like the imprint on the silver and nice little silver band there. It's 9mm, which this thing always has a lot of moisture. And I gotta say, a lot of times I have to take apart the pipe to mid-smoke push some of the tobacco out of the airway. And other than that, it smokes good. Big bowl, long smoke on this thing. I gotta say, I know everyone, ever since I started smoking the pipe, has always said, you know, don't take a pipe your pipe unless it's a military mount until your pipe is cooled down. And I've always just kind of felt where the mortise and tenon here is to see if it's warm there, and if it's not warm there, I don't really worry about taking it out. Hasn't been a problem so far, but I don't really have any other option with filters. I think those filters kind of keep moisture in them and keep this bit pretty cool too. So maybe that's partly how they work to cool the smoke too. But just a lovely blend. I'm trying to finish up some of the stuff that I have open. Kind of want to get into trying some other blends that I have. And still trying to limit the number of stuff I am actively smoking. Get away from it every once in a while, but so right now I guess it's the Kentucky, Amphora Kentucky, and then the GLP's Abingdon, which I really like that GLP's Abingdon, and I like this Amphora Kentucky too. It's really good. So I thought I might talk about some small batch stuff and cellar stuff. A number of different channels have brought up the subject, and I thought that's fun to talk about those types of things. So I thought I'd talk about it. I think with cellaring, I made some mistakes. I think when I first came into pipe tobacco, I got the sense that, you know, blends were all going away. So that was back in whatever it was, 2018. Right when Dunhill, it was stopped going to Peterson. McClellan's were kind of already gone. So everyone was kind of in a panic mode. So I kind of had this sense of dread that just pipe tobacco in general is going away. And I better figure out what I like fast and get some of it. And I gotta say right now, I don't think pipe tobacco is going away. At least not for the next 10 years. We're going to reassess at that point. It might get more expensive. But I don't think it's going away. So if you're new to pipe smoking, I think trying different stuff should be your first priority, not cellaring. There are a lot of blends that I thought I liked in those first couple of months that I come back after trying a bunch of other stuff and go, maybe I don't like that stuff so much. And that's going to be ongoing. But I think having a year of trying different stuff, and maybe even 2 years, to really hone down on what you like is smart. And that's what I think when people say cellar deep, it's kind of, I think it's accurate. Get a lot of the blends that you really enjoy. And it just takes time to figure out which blends you really enjoy. They might be cheap. They might be expensive. I think I shied away from trying some blends that were expensive. Or at least what I thought was expensive. And I kind of feel like maybe it was good because I honed my techniques before I tried them. Because it takes a lot of practice to get it where you can taste tobaccos like they should be tasted. But now when I try some of them, I'm like, oh, I can see why people really like them. And other ones I can try and go, not really for me. And you can't try them all. But if you find you really like a blend and someone else says they really like a blend and they say they like some of these other ones, it's usually a good place to start with some of the ones they like. Anyway, I say that all to say, a lot of my cellar is built wide and slightly deep. I like Virginias and Englishes and Balkans and Burleys, but not all of them, in those. There's some in those areas that I just don't like at all. It's really kind of some of it's what I taste, and then others, it's what bites me, but some of those go hand in hand. The stuff that doesn't bite me tends to taste better. I don't know if that's psychological or what, but so I think it's I don't know. I like trying different something and then coming back to it. I think I'm figuring out which ones I would consider my staples, but I think you just don't want to get in a situation where, oh man, I got 4, 8 ounces, maybe a pound of something, and you're like, I don't think I'm ever gonna smoke this, and it's not a super popular blend, so trading it away is not even gonna be super easy. So I think it's just being careful what you buy, and then what you do cellar, you don't want to spoil. So take care of it appropriately. In America here, that means we have access to ball jars, and I think that's the best way to store definitely any bulks that you get right away. It's pretty much the only way I would store it unless you're going to smoke it in the next month. The tins, I leave in the tins right now, and I'm using just a HVAC tape that's got aluminum in it, so the air doesn't go through the tape. Because those tins, even if they're sealed well, eventually can rust through the seal, and then the seal breaks. So the tape is kind of like a separate seal. So that works well for me. I mean, it's probably worth it once a year to kind of just check out some of the tins. But if I was only going to plan on storing something for 5 years or something like that, I wouldn't put the tape on. The Cornell and Deal tins, they seem to seal fine. I wouldn't do anything with those. I've also kind of learned that unless it's a staple, just pay the extra money to have a bunch of 2-ounce cans versus the one big 8-ounce can. Because it's kind of, especially at the pace that I'm smoking, it's nice to have 2 ounces that I can just smoke through that, focus on that blend, and then move on to something else. I can smoke it right from the tin. I don't need to get a jar and put it in a jar and do all that stuff. It helps me stay focused smoking out of the tin. And it's fun, it kind of feels different than smoking out of a jar. So I think I'm getting more towards the smoking it too. And when I go to grab another tin, I gotta say I'm more attracted to something only open 2 ounces. Even those Mac Baren 3.5 ounce tins is a little more like, I'm gonna have to throw this in a jar, because there's no way I'm gonna smoke through 3.5 ounces by just working through the tin. I just don't smoke fast enough to do that. So that's kind of my feel. These small batches, some of them, they come around, so maybe you get one tin and try it out, and if you like it, the next time around you get some more. Other of these are one-time buys. Once you learn what you like, you can pretty well tell if you like the blend or not to some capacity. I give a lot of stuff away, so I like buying those small batches just to give away to people that didn't have the opportunity, or just don't like buying on those type of schedules or whatever. But there's nothing wrong with just ignoring them and treating that they don't exist, because you don't want to like some blend that can't get anymore, or you're tempted to spend a lot of money on. Definitely don't appreciate the people that buy them just to try to make a quick buck by reselling them. I would never have my intention, and that goes with the seller. Don't be buying tobacco thinking you're going to resell this stuff. Maybe it works out and you find out you don't like something or whatever and you need to resell it, whatever, that's fine. But don't be trying to make money off of that. I mean, if it was such an amazing idea, all these retailers would be doing it, wouldn't they? I don't care to become a little retailer. And besides, it's kind of illegal, so I don't really have the draw for that reason too. So, just my thoughts, I guess. didn't get the Kringle flag because I just bought so much tobacco. I already had my wife chastising me for when the third box of tobacco came. But some of those deals were good. I mean, once I had the 30% amphora, man, I had to get some more of that burley. So then I jarred all that up because I think those pouches are probably good for 2 years. I think I had one that was a year and a half old. It's definitely drier than these ones I just got that I think they were from August or something like that. So I jarred them up. I think with a lot of those, my intention is to just set them aside and leave a couple pouches, and I just smoke out of those and replace those. You know, at some point, I think I'm gonna have enough that I don't want any more of any particular blend, and I'll just smoke, you know, and replace what I smoke. But I'm still trying all kinds of stuff. And next couple of weeks here, I'm gonna go through. I log all my smokes for the year, so I'll go through kind of those stats probably a little bit, and what I like and what I didn't like. And there's a lot of ones that I liked a lot the year before that I didn't smoke at all this year, just because I'm trying to slow down. Put samples in Mylar bags so I can try them when I've got capacity to try them, and I don't feel rushed to trying them, and then I can try just setting the tins away. So try to let the hobby be relaxing, not stressful with having all kinds of open stuff all the time. But it's fun too. A lot of good tobaccos out there. Anyway, really appreciate all you wonderful people out there. I think I was surprised one time. I was looking at some analytics, and it was for a particular video months back, but I think it said something like 75-80% of my views are from like subscribers or repeat watchers, and I really appreciate that. Really appreciate the comments. A lot of you guys take the time to comment. I try to comment back. I try to watch other people's videos. Don't always have time to watch everybody's videos, just like anybody else. But I really appreciate the friendships that we can share through YouTube. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your December and have a great week. We'll talk to you later.